Bakyun! Good afternoon, everybody. I am love itself, Siena Valentine, Cupid at your service. Today, we're gonna be playing House of Petals, and before we get into it, I would just like to say the Kickstarter for this game is currently live. Links are both linked in the chat as well as in the description of this video. If you like what you see here today, make sure you support House of Petals. This game can reach even further heights. With further backing, they'll have full voice acting, more CGs, and language localizations. I believe that the Kickstarter is halfway to its goal, so please make sure that you check the link inside the description, as well as the pin in the chat to support LittleSnakeStudio's goals. Also, make sure to give them a follow on Twitter to receive updates on their future projects. It is now more than ever that we need to support small artists, and I couldn't be happier to be able to be playing this today. I'm a big fan of Otome games, for those who don't know. My biggest exposure being the Otome brand. As a kid, I'd watch like PSP Otome game trailers and like just hope that they would someday get an English translation. So like when Hakuoki and things came out, I was so ecstatic. Like now I own so many and can find so many available on Steam, such as this one. So it's great that independent creators are able to share their passions and be able to make wonderful, beautiful games such as this. The scenario is going to be a Yandere-based Otome game, and typically I don't go for the Yandere guy. I usually go for the Playboy or like puppy boy type, so this will be interesting for me. Of course, I do complete every single route normally when I play Otome games, but you know what I mean. Alright. Hopefully the audio is doing okay. Hopefully not too loud, not too quiet. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. But without further ado, let's get into this. Let's start. Okay, this game contains unsettling themes and scenes that may cause distress to some players. It also features characters with morally questionable actions as well as romantic content. Player discretion is advised. I'm sorry for everything I've done and even for simply existing, but please remember this. Will always be by your side, and even when the chrysanthemum petals wither and turn to dust, even when our love is nothing but broken pieces of our promise. Love the flowers here. It's beautiful. Because no matter what happens, I will always belong to you. Damn right. Day one. The bell sounds. Something buzzes faintly in the back of your skull and your body is heavy as if you're trying to move through syrup. Sticky, sticky. Ugh. The buzzing sound gradually fades, your vision clears, and your instinct is to rub your temple to ease the heaviness. A bed? Where am I?
Ah, you finally awakened.
Oh. I didn't expect him to already be voiced. Your heart almost bursts when you register a figure at the end of the bed. There sits a young man, his long hair softly cascading down his shoulders. You instinctively jolt right up, clutching the blanket tight against your chest to observe him. Must have been, like, some party you went to last night or some shit. His calm demeanor holds no sign of danger. A soft smile blooms on his face when your eyes meet, accentuating his ethereal beauty. The art in this game is really, really good. Really love the detail inside his braid. Words tumble out before you can stop them. Who are you?
I'm Han, your husband.
Well, first of all, that's pretty suspicious. I doubt anybody would marry me. He states plainly and calmly as a smile retains as if he expected your question. My husband? Your face suddenly gets hot from that notion. Yes, we have been married for a year and have lived here in the Lotus Pavilion together ever since. Like, sure, why not? Like, his red flags are pretty big, but his boobies be looking pretty bigger, so I think it's fine. Oh, we got a clue. Yours in Han's home. Says he's your husband of 1 year. The room tilts slightly in your vision upon hearing his words, and your forehead wrinkles from the pain. Sharp realization flashes. You have no memory whatsoever. What if you just had, like, a hangover and this really was your husband? That'd be insane. Of who you are, your past. Of anything. Panic sets in. Why don't I remember anything? Who am I? My name is Siena. Your name is Siena.
You accidentally fell down in the garden and hit your head.
Oh no. Was it like on a big rock? The man says calmly, but a wisp of sadness passes over his expression. The doctor says your brain was affected and you will temporarily have trouble with remembering things and thinking clearly. Don't worry, the doctor says you will recover soon, if you're well taken care of. Good thing that you're here to keep me here forever. Fell down the garden, hit your head.
I expected you to be out longer, but now since you've woken up and can talk to me like this, I feel so relieved.
I might even recover faster than expected. Let's try this. Do you remember who I am now? Yeah, you're Han, my loving husband, of course. Why would you gaslight me? There's no reason for you to be doing that. You're my husband, Han. Okay, so we get asked questions to interrogate, kind of like a click and point kind of mystery game as well. That's neat.
See? You're recovering already. And,
His eyes linger on you for just long enough for you to notice a small spark in his eyes.
Hearing you call me husband makes me so happy.
Oh, that's cute. Until it isn't. You lower your gaze to the blanket, flustered, but not before stealing one more glance at his face. It is strange to think he's beautiful, like a living work of art. Well, I mean, you should probably care about how your spouse looks a little bit. So beautiful, in fact, you still haven't quite grasped what it means for him to be your husband. It means that he's your husband. If someone asked you to describe your ideal type, it would be him. Wow, really? Well, I mean, I guess that's fitting for this game. That makes sense, doesn't it? You are married after all. Yeah, absolutely. Yet despite the warmth blooming in your cheeks, you suddenly feel calm in his presence.
I know it's so confusing to suddenly not remember anything, but I promise you, I'll take good care of you.
Oh, maybe I'm moving the way the text a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We'll be down here. Han reaches out to touch your hand. I'll let him touch my hand, it's fine. For some reason you freeze, letting his hand brush over the top of yours. The touch is cold at first, smooth, almost like porcelain. But warmth quickly blooms where your skin meets. He honestly kind of does look like a porcelain doll if you think about it. Han looks pleased by the gesture.
I'm
so grateful you can trust me.
You trust me.
Oh, you said it. Sorry, bro. You could swear there's a glimmer of moisture in his eyes that makes your throat go dry. Nervous, you change the subject. When do you think I'll recover enough to go outside? Outside? Might have imagined it, but his eyes seemed dark for a second, as if he didn't expect your question. Yes, like outside the mansion. What do you mean? Well, isn't going outside a benchmark for one's recovery? Oh, I see. A gentle smile comes back to his face. You will need more time to recover before doing that, but even when you gain full recovery, it's just...
Even before the accident, you didn't like going outside. You said you would rather spend all your time in our mansion.
Yeah, that seems like legit. I didn't like going outside. Just really squeeze your brain trying to dig up any memory of who you are, but find none. Disappointed, you let out a soft sigh. Seemingly noticing your grimace, Han offers a sympathetic smile. But don't worry, if you want to go outside, I'll make sure you will recover fast enough to do so. I hope so. I miss the sun. Even though his words are comforting, something about the idea of going outside stirs a strange curiosity like a switch has been flipped in your mind. You will?
Of course I will. My priority is to make sure you're happy.
Sure. But for now, you should get some rest. Han stands up from the bed. Where are you going? Going to my art studio to finish up an order from Merchant Lee. He's coming in 4 days to pick it up. Art studio? Okay. Merchant Lee. Artist who's supposed to come in 4 days. Yes, I'm an artist. I accept orders from all over the country. Calligraphy, painting, and my favorite, ceramic making. Oh, well, he's pretty talented there. Love painting myself. You're not sure why you blurt out the first thing that comes to your mind. You must be very talented. Well, yeah, I did say that, yeah. Without realizing that might sound like empty flattery, you bite your lips. I'm sorry, I don't know what your art looks like, but I just mean I have a feeling that you're good at it. But instead of a wary expression you expect on Han's face, all you see is a light shade of rose rising over his cheeks. You do think so? That makes me very happy. I'm going now. If you need anything, just call me. He looks back before stepping out of the door. I hope you'll be easy on yourself walking in the house. The garden is slippery this time of the year when it rains often, and his eyes linger on you for a second.
Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
What the hell do you got going on in there? Is it like bodies? Okay. What if I just bumped my head again and got all my memory back? What then? Han slowly closes the door. You sit on the bed, your mind still overwhelmed by the information you were just fed, while listening to his footsteps fade into the background. I have a husband? Yeah, I know, hard to believe. I lost my memory by falling? Maybe more believable. Mumble through those facts quietly as if you're trying to register them. It's logical for you to rest and accept those facts, as Han is your husband and he seems so caring, so perfect. But there's a voice in the deepest part of your brain, though weak, boisterous out that you should be curious, that you should restore your memory. Well, I mean, yeah, you really should inside this situation. Not only because he's clearly lying to you, but also because you should have your memory. That is pretty important. Maybe there's something in here that will give me a clue of my past. Ooh. Point and click time. Ooh. The sound design of this game is pretty impressive too. I like it. See what I want to look at first. I think I want to look at the painting here on the wall. Take a closer look at the artwork lining the walls. Paintings and calligraphy scrolls of various sizes are carefully arranged, each adorned with elegant decorative touches. Most of them feature chrysanthemums as the central motif. But wait. Tucked into the corner of a striking red scroll, you notice something unusual. Tiny markings that don't resemble poetry at all. Huh. These are numbers. You murmur the digits aloud, trying to piece together as you read. 90, 65, 11, 47, 29, 18, 74, 83, 18, 92, 29, 18, 47, 74, 65, 29. Why does 18 appear 3 times? That's pretty Oh, 29 also appears 3 times. It's pretty suspicious. Are some of the numbers meant to be read upside down? Because of the way they're written? These numbers make no sense to you at all. Okay, added to my clues. The numbers. Oh, cool. They're all written here, so you don't have to remember them. Let's look at the desk. Books of different sizes neatly stacked up upon each other. Remember the names of the books one by one. The Art of Flowers. Lantern is in the Mist, a poem collection. These seem to be all art and poem books. A bound notebook with a new blue cover catches your eyes. Oh, it looks kind of like our clue book. Day to Day of Siena. It's my diary. You hastily flip through the pages, desperately scanning for anything special. There are not a lot of entries, just mundane, day-to-day descriptions of what you did, not much personal opinions or commentaries until your eyes fall on an entry. I told Han that my favorite flower was the chrysanthemum. Today he surprised me with a garden full of them in our backyard. Planted in secret, all by himself. For that, I thank the gods for blessing me with such a loving husband. Your heart feels warm upon reading. Han truly is a great husband, isn't he? As you flip through the pages again, something falls out of the back of the book. A letter! My esteemed friends and respected acquaintances, with heavy hearts, I write to inform you of the passing of my beloved parents, who departed from the world peacefully on the same day. I humbly invite you to attend the funeral rites. To be held on the first day of July to honor their memory and pay final respects. Your presence would bring comfort to my grieving heart. With sincerity, Siena. My parents? Are they dead? Feel a sharp ache throbbing in your chest. Though you don't know them or accurately have no memory of them, the thought of your parents no longer being alive is too painful to bear. It's as if your body still remembers the grief your mind has forgotten. That's sad. You sit there in a daze, lost in these thoughts and feelings until something starts to tug at the end of your awareness. Both the letter and the notebook, though the characters are legible, share a certain unevenness, a slight lack of precision. It's subtle but unmistakable. Almost as the person who wrote them, you, was left-handed. You look down at your hands. But I feel like I'm right-handed. Strange. Okay, well maybe Han wrote this and he's left-handed. That, or can your memory being forgotten, can it make somebody write with a different hand? I don't have much knowledge on the information. Okay, let's look at the vase. Pick up a beautiful ceramic vase next to your bed. Intricate blue chrysanthemum designs wrap around the smooth ceramic so elegantly that, though abstract, one can still recognize the raw talent of the artist. This was probably made by Han. But now that I noticed, why do all these designs around this room have chrysanthemum motifs? Even the text box. Aren't chrysanthemums the flower commonly used for funerals? Huh. Suddenly an overwhelming pain bursts in your skull. Ouch! The ground spins and you clench the edge of the desk to stabilize yourself. Your mind is empty from the intense pain. Footsteps rushing into the room. Siena! You fall down, but Han catches you. He gently guides you to the bed and sits you down. Han.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm here.
Wow, thank you. How did you hear that? My head hurt and my heart hurts so much. Press the back of your hand on your temple, hoping the coolness will lessen the ache. Wait here, I'll be right back. Please give me some ice. Han comes back with a bowl of liquid in his hand. A faint herbal scent from it floats through the air. Is he gonna drug you? The doctor told me to give you this medicine whenever you have a headache. It will help. Headache medicine? That's probably just gonna put you to sleep. Okay, let's check the clues again. So we have parents, the medicine, and the handwriting. Yes, based on the prescription, I bought the ingredients and prepared it myself. I want to make sure that you have the best care.
Now, you should take it before it's cold.
Okay. Slurp, slurp. You hesitate, eyes fixed on the bowl. Smoke still rises steadily from it, curling in the air and clouding the space around it, much like the way your thoughts fog your mind. Pushing the ache aside, you give in to your curiosity, drawn to the clue you've just uncovered. Choose wisely. You want to ask Han about... What would be the best choice here? Let's see. That has nothing to do with anything right now. My parents might be a good thing to ask. Lotus Pavilion. Han. The medicine. I feel like if I pick medicine that he's just going to basically reiterate what he just told me, so I don't think that's correct. I think I'll ask him about the numbers. That's what I'm most curious about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Maybe you need more rest. Oh, okay. It goes back. There is multiple choices. Okay. What if we ask about the handwriting? The writing on the desk, there's something wrong with it. What are you talking about? Han's face remains calm, too calm. His soft smile still blooms gently like it always does. Unchanging, serene. For the first time, it makes your skin crawl. That smile, why does it feel so out of place now? The headache presses deeper, like a vice threatening against your skull. Ugh. Makes it harder to think, harder to stay grounded. They were written by somebody left-handed. Look at me, I'm right-handed. You lift your hand instinctively, almost as if to prove it to yourself. The pen felt natural in your right hand. You were left-handed before the accident. Perhaps the damage caused... That's not true. You snap, cutting off before he can finish. You don't even realize how loud your voice has gotten. The words just burst out, raw and sharp. No accident can change someone's natural writing habit. Not like that. Not something so deeply ingrained. You rise from your seat, your movement sudden, your breathing shallow. You can feel your heartbeat thudding in your ears. I don't know why you're lying to me, but I don't feel okay here. I'm going outside. Wait, please calm down. You need to take your medicine first. He's just trying to knock you out. No, I won't. You don't even hesitate this time. Your arm lashes out and knocks the bowl from his hands. It crashes to the floor with a sound that seems to echo too long. Ceramic shatters into countless shards, and the dark liquid spills out in a slow, deliberate rivulets across the wooden platform, seeking into the grain like something rotten. I like how you can visualize a lot of what happens in the texture inside your brain alone. It's really well written. Han doesn't move. He only stares at the mess, then at you. His voice trembles. Please, you need to take your medicine. He sounds desperate, but it only makes you more uneasy. Part of you still wants to trust him, but another part, buried deep in trembling, is screaming to run. You should really trust your instincts when stuff like that's going on. I need to get out of here. Clutch the edge of the doorway for support. The world feels off balance, like the room itself is subtly tilting. But you grit your teeth and push past him, determined to reach the door. But just as your foot crosses the threshold, a bolt of pain explodes through your skull. Oh, wow, you even see chrysanthemums when your head hurts. Your knees buckle, you hit the floor hard, the breath knocked out of your lungs. Your limbs twist uselessly beneath you, spasms overtaking your body. Ugh. You can't breathe, you can't think. All you can do is gasp. Your chest convulsing as though your body is trying to remember how to live. Your vision blurs, the room spins. Through the haze you see them, the shattered pieces of the bowl scattered like chrysanthemum petals on the floor. Above them, Han stands motionless. You need to take your medicine. His eyes glossy and tears stream down his face, but he doesn't come closer. You see the agony carved into his delicate features. And then everything goes dark. You fade into the void of oblivion. Did I get a bad end already? What was once shaped with care now lies scattered, too broken to mend. Game over. Okay, yeah, I did. Okay. Cracked vow ending unlocked. Where does it continue? Oh, I didn't save. God damn it. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Start again. Okay, we're just supposed to take the medicine then? We'll make a save. Skip.
You finally awakened.
Let's ask who he is again.
Your husband.
Oops. Siena.
I expected you to be out longer, but now since you've woken up and can talk to me like this, I know it's so confusing to suddenly not remember. Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Now, you should take it before it's cold.
Okay. So what happens when we ask about the medicine? I made this medicine just for you based on your doctor's prescription. It will help with your headache. Okay. Can you tell me more about you? Even though this man certainly seems to be a beautiful and loving husband, your curiosity about him burns.
Me?
Of course, you are my husband after all. Face feels hot as you say the word out loud, husband, so much that you almost don't notice the red tint creeping onto his cheeks.
Of course, my darling. I'm not a man of many words, but how about I show you?
Sure.
Let's go to my studio. Maybe you can learn more about me.
Of course, you can't say no to a chance to explore the mansion and hopefully regain your memory in the process. Okay, cool. One leads you through rooms and corridors. Though you have no memory of this place, your body feels strangely familiar with the surroundings, reassuring with you that this is indeed your home. He stops in front of the... Oops. He stops in front of a room with a sign studio and turns to you.
This place is very sacred to me. And it's usually very messy, so I don't allow anyone to go in here. But today's an exception.
Even though his voice remains gentle, there's a hint of seriousness in his tone that you can't ignore. You don't know how to respond to his remarks except to nod. Huh. Thank you. The creak of the door echoes in the dim light. Room itself carrying a faint scent of ink and rice paper. You slowly tread your steps around the room, hypnotized by the sensation beneath your fingers as you trace the surface of the desk. It's a nice room. Han leans against the door frame, observing your every move. Okay. Is he like gonna write about it as well? But when you turn to look at him, all you see is his kind smile directed to you. You're not sure if it's him or the room itself, but something about this space feels nerve-wracking and enchanting. Something your body senses even if your mind can't explain it. Huh. You want to say something to break the quiet air. So, what have you been working on? What do you usually do in here? And your calligraphy work is so beautiful. I think I'll ask him what he's been working on.
You know, the usuals. Ceramic making, painting, but lately I've been really into calligraphy.
Okay, but like, what kind of, like, what's your current project? Calligraphy?
Do you want to try?
Sure.
Yeah, you used to dislike calligraphy, and I was always encouraging you to practice. Maybe trying again will bring back your memory.
Yeah, that might be good. In your words, your heart begins to race, even as your eyes remain fixed on the scrolls. I didn't like calligraphy. Sight that both your body and mind feel strangely drawn to the thought of it. Were you guys like rival calligraphers? Oh, okay. Sit down at the desk, your gaze flickering between Han leaning against the doorframe and the scroll laid out before you. Hesitation settling in. Reach for the wooden brush and dip into the pre-grinded ink. This feels familiar. The moment the brittle tip of the brushes touches the rough rice paper, your hand mildly freezes. A mild pain pinches your forehead. Ugh. Your hand moves, following the invisible traces you had planned for the character in your mind. But the pinch doesn't last. It fades the moment you look down and realize that instead of the graceful strokes you imagine, only half a character lies before you, uneven, trembling, and amateur. Why did it feel like I could have done something beautiful? Huh. That crushed hope disappoints you more deeply than you understand. Well, most likely she did used to do calligraphy then. Is the artwork inside this home actually maybe really the main character's and it's not yours and it's not his at all? Honestly, I believe that that would probably be something to think about. And it is very plausible, especially because this could possibly be just your house and not even his. Because he probably really is lying about being your husband. Just as you fixate on that feeling, warmth rushes in from behind, enveloping your body. Han's voice is low and husky near your ear.
Need some help?
Sure. The sudden closeness, the overwhelming warmth of him makes your heart race and your throat tighten. You stammer, unable to form your thoughts. Han, Though he stands before you, you can feel his smirk as he rests his chin lightly on your shoulder.
Darling, did you know that doing things that you used to do might, well, help with your memory?
Yeah, that or I just simply don't remember. His hand reaches for yours, steadying in his grasp. Beside the warmth of his body, a chill runs down your spine. The thought of the two of you, husband and wife, sharing intimate moments like this so naturally makes your eyes burn hot. Sensing you're trembling, Han lets out a soft chuckle.
Relax, darling. Let me guide you.
It's kind of sad. His grip gently leads your hand, the brush gliding smoothly over the rough paper. Wet ink blooms beneath the strokes, releasing a faint, bitter scent. Sound that stretches heavy and overwhelming until you can no longer tell whether you're guiding the brush or if he is. Then you look down. Before you lies a single character, neat and beautiful. Love. It's what makes Subaru Subaru. You didn't think your face would grow any redder, yet your cheeks burn as if they might steam like a teapot. Oops. Actually, we will save here as well. Love. Is that how he feels about you? Is that how you're supposed to feel about him? You're husband and wife after all. And you can't deny that you're enjoying this. Him behind you, holding your hand with other care and gentleness. Maybe she's into yanderes. Maybe that's her thing. Maybe it's fine. She never knows anything. But if your memory can't recall the sweetness you once shared, is it selfish to call this love rather than a natural reaction to a beautiful, gentle man? You hastily stand, slipping out of his embrace. I'm sorry.
What's wrong, darling?
Well, I'm kind of feeling like a little thought when you're doing all this. But I'm just suddenly feeling unwell, and this feels so sudden.
Of course.
I apologize. I should have been more considerate, given right now to you, I might feel like a stranger. Sadness twinkles in his eyes. I feel bad. I must have hurt him. And he probably like hit your head with a fucking rock or something. Perhaps a ceramic vase. Who knows? But yeah, sure. Let's feel bad for him. You want to reach out and squeeze his hand as a quiet apology before the thought can turn into action. A loud crash burst from above the ceiling. What was that noise? Hans' brow knit together for a brief moment before quickly smoothing out.
Nothing. There's a mouse problem upstairs.
Okay. You're not gonna, like, try to see what broke or anything? Should we go check?
No!
What the fuck do you have up there, bro? He pauses and then clears his throat.
I mean, no. It's fine. A woman shouldn't have to deal with beasts like bugs or mice. You stay here. I'll go check.
Well, yeah, I don't want to deal with bugs or mice. You're so right about that, actually. Yeah, go ahead. Just keep your secrets. It's okay. Okay. Stops halfway up the stairs and turns back to you.
One more thing. Please try not to touch anything in this room. I like things arranged in a certain way, so I can focus on my work.
I'm gonna touch your things, you lying prick. Okay. With that, he hurries upstairs and disappears from sight. It's just me now, what do? I look around your room. One said I shouldn't touch anything, but maybe there's something. You wouldn't get mad at me, right? Right? You begin to look around the room. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, just pens, papers, and works of art. Then your gaze drifts to the bookshelf. One book sits slightly out of place. When you pull it out, something slips free and falls to the floor. A piece of paper. A marriage covenant. Or from the marriage covenant. On this auspicious day, under the witness of heaven and earth, we hereby record the binding union of Siena and Bleep, who vow to share one household, one fate, and one name. From this day forth, the two of you shall be recognized as husband and wife. Their lives intertwined, their fortunes shared in prosperity and in hardship, and health and illness. Let their bond ensure their passing endure through the passing of seasons, unchained by time, unbroken by death. Any who witness this covenant shall honor it. Any who defy it shall answer to heaven, witnessed by heaven and earth, recorded by hand and a heart. Okay, well, he clearly, like, killed your real husband. A marriage certificate between me and the groom's name has been scratched out as if by claws or fingernails. Try to tilt the paper, searching for any trace of name behind beneath the damage, but there's nothing. Was it Han's name? Did a mouse in this house just happen to scratch it out? If that were the case, it would probably be all over the paper and not just on that specific area. Did you dwell on this new mystery? A movement outside the room catches your attention. Is that a person? Oof. Oof. Who the fuck is that? We got a trapped child in here? Like, who is that? A glimpse of a young man appears around the doorway, his eyes fixed on you, unblinking and intent. Hello? You rush toward him, but before you can reach the door, it slams shut with a violent crack. Hey, you! Wait, what is that smell? A harsh, oily stench assaults your nostrils, thick and suffocating. From beyond the door comes a low, growing roar, like breath being drawn by a fire. Your heart lurches. Is he burning this room down? Huh. Heat seeps through the window panels along the walls, smoke boils through the air, dark and heavy, stinging in your eyes. Han! Turn toward the staircase, ready to run upstairs, but a sudden burst of flame erupts from the ceiling above, crashing down between you and the exit. Fire roars to life, cutting off your path in an instant. No! You stumble back as the flames surge higher, their heat forcing you away. The way upstairs is gone. Fire devours the room with frightening speed. Scrolls ignite first, ink bleeding and curling as the characters vanish in sight. Screams, you can't breathe. How violently your vision blurring as the room glows in an unforgiving orange. Then the ceiling cracks. A deafening roar engulfs everything as a flame rushes toward you, swallowing the room whole. The heat becomes unbearable, your thoughts fracture, scattering like ash. Nothing remains but an endless white stretching across your vision until your heart gives its final beat. Okay, well, that's another bad end then. Has burned away. Oops. Fuck. I did not mean to click off of that. Oh, maybe I can reread it here. Oh, there's a lot of endings. Oh.
This place is very sacred to me. Ah, yeah. One more thing. Please try not to touch anything in this room.
Oh, wait,
I like things arranged in a certain way, so I can focus on my work.
There's quite a bit of endings. Not sure how much the demo allows. Huh. We'll try to play a few more. See what else we can do. Take some water real quick. So far, I'm really curious on what the true ending would be for this. I want to see what part of the mysteries like everything that the mystery solving can put together and how further that gameplay goes. Okay, what if we try doing some different things at the beginning? Right? It's a really interesting and beautifully designed game. Like, I'm happy to be able to support this. Whether or not I continue to play it on stream, I will be purchasing this in the future. Okay, what happens if we pull our hand away immediately? Skip button.
You finally awakened.
I feel like this part doesn't matter too much, but why don't we make a save here anyway?
This is the Lotus Pavilion, our home. We've lived here together for the last year since we got married.
Okay. Married, you're my husband. Hot from the notion. On your husband. He states plainly and calmly as a smile retains a face suspected your question. The room tilts slightly in your vision upon hearing your words and forehead wrinkles from pain. Just adds the same stuff. Okay. Wait. Oops.
I expected you to be out longer, but now since you've woken up and can talk to me, I know it's so confusing.
Take my hand away.
To suddenly not remember anything, but I promise you, I'll take good care of you.
Startled, you pull your hand back. Is it too soon to be this close to him? You expect Han to get upset by your gesture, but his kind smile remains.
I'm sorry for doing that. I forgot that you might not feel comfortable yet. I promise, I won't make you do anything that you're not comfortable with or consent to. Though, it saddens me that I can't be close to you for quite a while.
Okay, so go. Feel kind of bad. Nervous you changed the subject. When do you think we... Okay, we read that.
Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
There's shit in here.
Now, you should take it before it's cold.
What happens... we'll save here too. What happens if we ask about ourselves? Han, who am I? You blurt out, your fist clenching, your heart beating faster. I'm the overwhelming desire to get to the bottom of this big mystery. What do you mean? You are not sure if it was your stern tone or your intense body gestures that startled Han, but it's clear that a faint uneasiness crosses his beautiful face. I want to know everything about me. Who am I? What do I like? What do I do for work?
No, darling.
Han moves towards you, hand extending the medicine bowl, and his usual smile has come back to his lips.
Easy on yourself. You're having a headache. Please take this medicine first.
Why don't you answer the damn question, boy? Glance at the bowl again. Is it herbal? Its herbal smoke twists and disperses into the stiff air. The scent is sweet, almost as sweet as the tone of Han's voice. Is it his cum? Type of sweetness that can distract anyone, but you are determined to get your answers. I won't drink it unless you answer me. You cross your arms and maintain direct eye contact with him. Han studies you intensely. His eyebrow furrows for a split second before smoothing back with a soft chuckle. Huh, I forgot how stubborn you can be sometimes. Do his eyes have like bags under it, or is he wearing makeup? Huh. Puts the medicine bowl down on the nightstand. Of course, anything you'd like to know, but one question only. I don't want you to overwhelm yourself. Okay, do another save here. Where were my parents? What do I do for a living? How did we meet? Alright. Which one do you think that we should choose here? I'm going for what do I do for a living? Because I feel like that may answer some questions I had on the last ending. Yeah, we'll go with that. A small crease forms between Han's brow when the question leaves your lips, and you can clearly sense he's trying really hard to force a smile to hide it. You are my wife. That's not a job. So I didn't do anything for a living? Well, you did like making art. He states simply and plainly. You expect a follow-up comment from him, but a few seconds pass by and his lips remain still except for a somewhat strained smile on his lips. So what did I make? Paintings? Yes. Calligraphy? Yes. Ceramics? Yes. This guy's taking credit for all my work. This Yandere fucking bastard. He can't come up with his own fucking ideas, so he takes mine. What a jerk. His short answers both annoy you and make you anxious at the same time. Why is he being so strange about it? He is a deviant art tracer, but a Yandere inside your house who is also pretending to be your husband who he took out. What about... Oops. That's too many questions already. He charmingly grins. You drop silent for a brief moment. All this new information is indeed a lot for you to register. Feels like your mind is disappointed at yourself for not being able to crawl any of this. I understand you have so many questions, but you also have a lot of time left to recover and ask me questions later. We don't need to rush it. He fetches the medicine bowl and brings it to you. The headache registers again. You were just so caught up with your curiosity about yourself that you forgot about it for a moment. At least he looks good, right? Yeah, he is a great design. I really like his braid. It's really cute, but like, he is a fucking freak. Okay. I do need to get rid of this headache first. You softly nod. Han brings the spoon up to your lips. The warm liquid fills your mouth and runs down your throat. He is like enjoying watching me take the medicine. This is insane. Your tongue voluntarily savors the bitter taste with a hint of sweetness. She was right. The medicine quickly replaces the throbbing in your forehead with a feeling at ease. I hope you feel better now. It's getting late. You should get some sleep. Holding the entire bowl, he stands up, ready to leave. Wait. You call out to him. Is it okay for me to leave my room at night?
Leave your room.
Yes. Something about your question makes him uneasy. His brow is slightly furrowed. Well, I might have to go to the restroom or maybe just need some fresh air.
Huh. Of course. This is your home too, darling.
Honestly, why would she ask that and just not do it? It's not like Beauty and the Beast where she can't go into the West Wing or some shit.
Although...
He locks you with a gaze. His lips are still smiling, but his eyes store something inexplicably stern and sharp.
No matter where you go, do not go into my studio.
I think I'll go into your studio because it's written all in red and bolded. So I think that means I should go inside your studio, and I think that something in there is waiting for me. Perhaps death. I think I should go into your studio. There are a lot of broken ceramic pieces on the floor. Go get a broom, bitch. Where's your fucking broom? Clean it up. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself. As if giving you a warning. Can you promise me that, Siena? I promise 1, I promise 2, I promise 3, or I promise 4. What will it be, ladies and gentlemen? I'm feeling a bit like promise 1 or promise 2. I doubt it matters. Is it like an illusion of free choice thing? Do another save, I guess. Oh, promise 2. Thank you. Get some rest, darling. It's getting late. EP time. Your peaceful sleep is disturbed by a faint creak. What's that noise? You blink awake. Heart ticking a little faster. Another sound follows, a soft groan of wood. The door, it's being opened. Slowly, just a crack. You stay still, listening. The darkness stretches thick across the room and you can't see past the door frame, but you feel it, the prickling weight of being watched. Something is there just beyond the threshold. Curiosity burns, you quickly get up and open the door to inspect. No one, just a faint glowing red light from the lanterns, but what are these? Footprints? Wait. If we're in like ancient East Asia, I'm guessing probably more towards China. Why are the shoe prints so modern? Huh. Is that like a potential clue? Are we not actually in ancient Asia? Do we just think that we are? On the floor there seems to be footprints. They form a long trail walking along from the floor. What are these? Are these Han's footprints? I need to follow them. Okay. Secret bathroom. What? 2 bathrooms? Well, I guess most houses do have 2 bathrooms, but I'm gonna go to the garden. Follow the mysterious muddy footprints. Walking carefully with a small lantern, you can only see 1 step ahead. Such a big mansion. We've taken the surroundings through visually unfamiliar. Though visually unfamiliar, it feels as though your body still remembers the place, as though you've lived here for a very long time. It's a strange feeling that you can't quite explain. The trail of footprints stop at the edge of the door leading outside. Occasional crickets are the only sounds echoing in the background until you hear someone is here. Oh, I love the garden. Beautiful little lily pad pond and everything. You cautiously peek from behind a big bush. A figure, a young man kneeling on the ground beside the tree, repeatedly bowing. Are you gonna burn down my garden too, sucker? Incense sticks with glowing tips in his hand. You're under the impression that Han was the only person living in the Lotus Pavilion. Is he praying to the tree? Though you don't want to disrupt his prayers, your curiosity burns. You call out, "Hey, excuse me." Upon seeing you, the young man startles. Even under the faint moonlight, you can see his eyes widening and his limbs trembling. Is he your real husband? Or do you think that he's like maybe a relative or something? He's clearly been like abused. He suddenly starts running, hands still holding the burning incense sticks. Wait. You chase after him to the hallway until he's cornered. Please calm down, I just want to talk. He still avoids your gaze, his entire body rigid with tension. His lips are still trembling. Sorry, I don't want to be rude. I woke up and I don't remember anything. Can I ask you a few questions? He looks around frantically, breathing hard, chest heaving. You instinctively raise your hands to calm him. Please just calm down. And he jerks and drops the incense sticks and they fall on you. Fire quickly catches on your sleeve, a small dot on your sleeve at first. As it feeds on the fabric, flaring to life. Ah! Heat surges upward as orange and gold ribbons twist and claw up the arm, devouring the silk. Help! The man, still with a panicked expression on his face, starts to run away. You need to stop, drop, and roll. Wait, please help me. Stop, drop, and roll or run into the pond. Come on, girl. The man ignores you, trying to take off your clothes with the fire so fast it has to already caught onto your hair, your skin, and devours you. Savors you in a cruel way. How do you not know how to stop, drop, and roll? Or jump into a pond when you're on fire? Why would you try to just take off your clothes?
Please save me, even though you're the one who got me into this mess.
You scream in pain, pierces into the still night, but it's too late. Your nostrils fill with the smell of your own burned flesh while your consciousness dims as the pain continues. Scorching and unbearable. Well, burned to death twice. Fired in longing, hold in silent sworn, this love could not hold its form. Game over. Burn petals ending unlocked. Okay. How many endings does demo have? Probably mostly only the bad endings. Let's see what other ones we can do with our saves here. What happens if we don't pick the garden? Need to follow them. Let's go to the living room. Follow the mysterious muddy footprints. Carefully with a small lantern in your hand, you can only see one step ahead. Such a big mansion. You take in the surroundings, so visually unfamiliar, although your body remembers this way. Okay. Can we skip anything that's repeated here? No. It's a strange feeling that you can't quite explain. Looking around the room, your eyes are drawn to a shelf in the corner. Oh, that's beautiful. I would like that for my living room. Ceramic pages and books, all arranged with an eye for decoration and taste. Stack of letters neatly laid on the shelf. There are all exchanges between my parents and their customers. As Han said, their merchant business seemed to be doing great. Until he came in. But then a letter stands out. To my brother. Apologies for taking us so long to write back to you. The business has been doing well with something that really bothers us. You know how troubled we have always been with our daughter Siena. Her shortcomings were always obvious and a shame to our family. Okay, our parents fucking hated us. Perhaps Han is really the only one who truly cares for us. Oh, woo. But this time it's worse. It's a letter from my parents. She's at the age that no one would consider her left over, yet she refused to go meet the prospects we had arranged for her. Because of this strange reason. Well, we're so ashamed to even write the reason down in this letter. Perhaps next time we can tell you when you visit us. Huh. Oops. See you soon, dear brother. They were ashamed of me? Damn. Oh well, dance on their grave. Countless questions swirl in your mind. Your palms sweat and almost ache spreads in your chest. What did I do to make them feel such shame? While battling with these painful feelings, your eyes land on a door connecting with the living area. Small scripture sign on the top of the door frame that says studio. This is Han's studio. Oh, okay. This is the West Wing ending. Your feet compel you to step closer and closer. You bring your fingers to touch the smooth wooden door frame. A chilling sensation creeps up your spine. Han said I cannot go into his studio. Recall Han's strict warning gaze when he talked to you about it. Clearly going in would make him mad. What should you do? I think, hell, maybe I'll go into the studio number 4. Don't knowing what that's wrong to go inside the studio. According to Han, you know for a fact that you want to go inside the studio. Carefully sliding the door open, you step inside. The lantern light is just enough for you to vaguely recognize objects in the room. A desk sits hunched in the corner, its legs uneven like it's bowing towards something unseen. Take some more water real quick. Bookshelves leave dangerously, scrolls spilling on like entrails, some papers fluttering without breeze. The ink stains mark the wooden floor, smudged like dragged fingers. Unmentioned broken ceramic pieces on the floor, but I see none. Lower the lantern a little, the flames dance nervously. Then you notice the stairs, a narrow splintering staircase in the corner that wasn't visible when you first looked. Where does this lead to, I wonder? You carefully take one step to the first stair, and then a gust of wind shrieks through the room, snuffing out your lantern. Shock. Blackness presses in from all sides. You don't move, don't breathe, your heart punches your ribs. Then, measured slow wood creaking beneath every step. Coming closer. Someone is coming. The door behind you groans. On with the slowness of something ancient resisting. I wonder if he's like a yokai or something of some sort.
What did you see in here?
I saw like some papers. I didn't see anything.
Liar.
Okay, I lied. I'm just a liar. I can't think for myself. His voice is flat. He takes one step forward in an instant.
I am so disappointed in you.
Oh no. Oh no, don't spank me, Daddy. No trace of the warmth and loving tone he showed you before. The room plunges into the darkness yet again. You try to turn, but your limbs move like they belong to someone else. Fingers clamp around your throat like iron, unyielding and cold. Yeah. Try to inhale, but there's nothing, just the sharp burn of air denied. Panic surges. Your hands claw instinctively, useless against the force tightening around your neck. Everything narrows. Noises gradually fade, and just above all the sounds drown out, a whisper grazes your ears.
Darling, I hope the next time you wake up, you won't do this again.
Maybe we're in a time loop. Since you said the next time you wake up. In the last trickling moments of your mind, a vision. Petals of a chrysanthemum. Bolted red at the center, and falling, falling, falling. He loved you most when you were silent, still, and hollow. Okay, that's not liking somebody at all then. Okay. Got burned petals and broken pieces. Was there any choices that left in this ending?
One more thing.
No, I didn't.
Please try not to touch anything in this room.
Okay.
I like things arranged in a certain way, so I can focus on my work.
Okay. How did we meet? Though the gentle smile still persists on his face, you notice Han's pupils slightly dilate upon hearing your question. You're not sure if that's excitement or something else. How we met. Let's see. Starts speaking slowly. Although keeping eye contact with you, it feels as though he's looking at an unseen point. It was a gloomy morning in July 3 years ago. I was waiting for a merchant to come to my house to get the commission I promise. Do our clues remain each thing? No. I was waiting and waiting until the sun almost set, but the merchants never came. Patient, I drank wine in the garden to pass time, but I soon fell asleep drunk. Little did I know it would start storming. Awakened by the thunder, I expected to be completely soaked, but when I looked up from my sleep, a young woman was holding an umbrella above me, and Hans says the unseen point in his eyes is now replaced by, well, you. Like then I didn't know she was the daughter of the merchant sent to get the commission. But I did know that Hans' eyes are locking onto you intensely. She was the most beautiful person I ever laid my eyes on. For a moment, I thought the thunderstorm in the background was the beat of my heart. Says you met 3 years ago during a thunderstorm. Drop silent for a brief moment. All this information is new for you to is a lot for you to register. Feels like your mind is disappointed at yourself for not being able to recall any of this. I understand that you have so many questions, but you have a lot of time left to recover and ask some questions later. We don't need to rush. Medicine bowl.
No matter where you go, do not go into my
3.
studio.
Does this all lead to the same one? DLC will have extra romance scenes, additional ending, secret location, romance a new character, and make more romance choices and go on more dates. Oh, there's dates in this game? When he's not fucking killing you? That's pretty cool. I'm sure it's just the same endings.
Darling, I hope the next time you wake up, you won't do this again.
Oops, not endings. Continue. Who are my parents? Saw a letter about their funeral. I see it'd be natural you'd be curious about their own parents. Han gazes at the unseen point in the room, his lips pressed into a quick, almost sad smile before speaking. Parents were farmers, turned successful merchants. They were famous for trading goods and used their money to build this mansion. This mansion belongs to my parents. Yes, the Lotus Pavilion had become a highlight of the village because of its grandeur. Yeah, I figured it was their house. It's a shame they both died too young. How did they die? But a charming smile quickly returns to his solemn expression. Well, didn't we agree to ask to one question only? Shouldn't you be willing to ask more, answer more questions if you don't want people to be suspicious of your fucking dumb ass? Drop silently for a brief moment. All this new information is indeed a lot for you to register. Feels like your mind is disappointed at yourself for not being able to recall any of this. I understand you have so many questions, but you'll also have a lot of time left to recover and ask me questions later. We don't need to rush it. Fetches the medicine bowl and brings it towards you. Headache registers again. You were just so caught up with your curiosity about yourself that you forgot it for a moment. Okay.
No matter where you go,
Promise
do
more.
not go into my studio.
Okay. I'm sure everything's just the same here. Okay. What else can we choose? Oops, not a gallery. Okay, let's ask about... Let me ask about parents. No. Urgently. Not sure what you're talking about. Okay. Lotus Pavilion. Okay, you can only really... Okay. Not much endings we can grasp from there.
This place is very sacred to me.
Sit here.
It's usually very messy, so I don't allow anyone to go in here. But today's an exception.
What do you usually do in
You know,
here?
all sorts of art forms. Ceramic making, paintings for commissions, but lately I've been really into calligraphy. Do you want to try?
Wait, did I pick that last time? No, he just says the same thing. Okay.
Yeah. You used to slide.
Okay.
One more thing.
Same thing
Just try
there.
not to touch anything in this room.
Your calligraphy work is so beautiful. Words went out with your eyes are drawn to the silk scrolls spreading on the table.
Thank you. Do you want to try? Yeah.
Okay, he just makes you try.
One more thing. Please
Just
try not to
didn't
touch anything in
do
this
that.
room. I like things arranged
Thank
a certain way, so I can focus on my work.
Well.
I'm
What
Han,
do we do?
your husband.
Oops.
I expected you to be out longer, but now since you've woken up and can talk to me like this, I feel
It's
so
The
relieved.
Lotus Pavilion. He's you. You is Han. Han is husband.
I know it's so
Oh, what if we
confusing.
take our hand
to
away?
suddenly not remember.
Again.
Please don't come into the studio. There are a lot of broken
drag the
ceramic
room, no.
pieces. I don't want you to hurt
okay.
yourself. Now, you should take it before it's
Okay.
cold. I see. It'd be natural for one to be curious about their own parents. When they passed, us both were...
Oh, there was new
Devastating.
dialogue there. What is there a backlog? Oops. Johan smiles again. Darkens
That's why we were so close. We only have each other. You and me. Us. Here.
Okay. Now you know about your parents. Medicine. Okay.
Go on. I wouldn't want you to suffer pain.
You obediently nod. Brings a spoon to your lips. He's rubbing forehead. Rubbing in his cock. You should go to sleep. Go to sleep. Mattress. You realize hits you. You two are husband and wife. Don't husband and wife share the same beds. Face flushes with heat. Bed you and I. Oh, that. On's face also flushes with a rosy shade, but he quickly smiles and waves his hand. Don't worry about me. You and I shared a bed, but for your comfort, this bed is yours for now. I will sleep in the studio. You will? Is that alright?
Of course. I promise to make you feel as comfortable as I can. Right?
Yeah, but you don't keep promises very well. Neither do I, because you strangled me. Yes, you did. Thank you.
Of course. Anything for my wife.
Okay.
Good night now. I'll see you in the morning. Alright?
Alright. Spread out mattress. Letting sleep take over you. The smell of herbal medicine still gently weaves through the room. Okay. Well, we uncovered something new here. I unfortunately missed some of the dialogue. Peaceful sleep disturbed by a faint... Oh.
But I'd be lying if
Oh.
I said I
What?
didn't enjoy looking at you sleeping so peacefully.
Oops. Okay, well, this time the person who was watching you was indeed him. We're open in the middle of the night. Someone was watching me. You heard a strange noise. I think someone was watching me. I was sleeping and I was sleeping and suddenly heard someone open the door. I'm still pulling the paper from underneath the steamed bun, smiles at you nonchalantly.
Huh. Don't worry about that. It was probably Anne, our servant.
We have a servant? This information feels like a shock to you as if you assumed it was just you and Han living here. Well, naturally there would be servants in a big house like this. Yes, Han was a servant for your parents. Now he's living with us. Oh, okay. So that's the black-haired guy? Yeah, looks like it. He's probably really not your servant, though. Why was he here? He tends to go around and clean hallways at night. Perhaps he accidentally opened your door. Asked him so many times to be careful with the doors, yet he still doesn't listen. And when noise passes Han's face, what is quickly replaced by his returned joyfulness. Don't worry, I'll tell him again. No one should disturb my beautiful wife's sleep. Now eat. Hands you a steamed bun, and you take a bite. Something chalky about the texture of the bun, but you are still able to force it down. I feel like that would not be the best thing to give somebody when they are recovering from illness. Maybe like some congee or something. There's something to be rude about such a thoughtful gesture from him cooking for you and taking care of you. Except for when he like riddles your food with poison and stuff.
Since you finished eating, would you like to go to the garden with me?
Sure. As long as I don't get set on fire again. Yes, fresh air is important for recovering. Besides, it's always been your favorite place in the mansion. Gives you a playful wink.
Think about it as a date.
Okay. I love dates with strangers. Date. There's no pressure though. You can decide if you want to go on a date with me or go around the mansion on your own if you wish. Oof. 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 I guess we'll go to the garden. Peek through the window, the sun is shining, birds chirp lazily from the garden walls. It's the kind of weather that seems to nudge you gently outside. Besides, your gaze falls on Han again. Joy in his eyes make him seem almost resemble a puppy, and it would feel like a shame to turn someone like that down. Someone who's been so nice to you. Yeah, he's got a leash right here. Let's go. I'll guide you through the hallway toward the entrance of the lobby. As you walk, your mind gently tries to absorb your surroundings, the layout of the mansion, the way the corridors twist and connect. Though your memory isn't accessible at the moment, something about all of it feels terribly familiar, as if your body knows, even your mind doesn't, that yes, you do live here in the Lotus Pavilion. Speaking of which, why is it called the Lotus Pavilion, Han? Turned to him, asking just as you step into the garden. All I've seen around the house are chrysanthemum decorations. Oh, well, before your parents passed, they used to decorate the place with lotuses. I heard your mother especially loved them, but... Han hesitates, his eyes shift towards you, studying your reaction. After they passed, I personally asked the servant to change everything because you like chrysanthemums. Just because of me? Isn't that a little... fucked up? Disrespectful to the previous owners, to your parents? He has a small shake of his head. No, I don't think so. If your parents were alive, I'm sure they would have approved in a heartbeat, because he turns to you fully now. His hair catches the sunlight, strands glowing like gold. Isn't that proof that I love their daughter very, very much? His eyes meet yours, bright and unwavering. Throat tightens into a small knot. I'm not sure how to respond. And yet, your chest flutters something, and you recognize the sincerity in his eyes, whether you want to or not. Maybe he is your real husband. Maybe there's a reason he's demented. Another save. Do you? Do you? Let's test him. These are the words slipping out before you can stop them, and instantly you feel a little silly for even asking. From everything we've seen so far, how gently Han speaks to you, how carefully he cares for you, it's clear that he means what he says. Sure. Noticing your clumsy question, likely a defense mechanism for your own awkwardness, Han chuckles. Of course, silly, that's why I'm happy you agreed to go on a date with me today. I'd love to spend every second of my life by your side, if only I didn't have to meet deadlines for my ceramic commissions. That you are so doing, and totally not lying about. It's out a light sigh and glances at the tea tray already on the table, inviting. Steam curls into the air, warmth blending with the scent of fresh grass. Puts it down at the bamboo table, and Han reaches for the teapot. Is he gonna beat me to death with that now? With practiced grace, he tilts it towards your cup with one hand, while the other gently holds the sleeve back to keep it from getting in the way. Quietly watch him, momentarily dazed by how skillfully he moves, like the tea itself is just another expression of his artistry. He's probably a faker. Different in the ceramics scattered beautifully throughout the house. The serene scene calms you, but before long, curiosity crashed into your thoughts like waves against a still shore. Han, would you tell me more about yourself? I want to get to know you. Me? There's nothing interesting about me, really. I mean, somebody has to be interested in you in order for them to have married you, buddy. Says it casually, still focused on pouring the tea, not meeting your eyes. That's not true. You're clearly a talented artist. You must have interesting stories. So happy to think so, that you think I'm a good artist. His eyes curve into thin crescents and his smile stretches from ear to ear. Okay, so maybe he is an artist, but like... did he used to work with your parents as well or something? He has something to do with the death of your parents. Yeah, you can still detect a faint trace of an unease on his face, so he quickly smooths that out. What do you want to know? Well, he said the thunderstorm thing. Does he change it here? I want to know what his childhood was like, though. Mild childhood, a flicker of surprise comes across his face, like the question caught him off guard. Well, I guess someone's childhood shapes a big part of who they are. I just want to understand you better. Glances at you for a moment, then turns his gaze to a far-off point as if sorting through memories he'd rather leave untouched. Let's just say it wasn't great, at least not by normal standards. How come? I had a brother, he was my everything my parents could have asked for, sharp, talented, disciplined. He excelled at swordsmanship and literature, the two things in their eyes that made a man proper. And then there was me, all I ever wanted to do was make art. His lips curve into a faint smile, one that doesn't reach his eyes. They didn't think much of me, eventually they cut me off the inheritance completely. So you needed somebody rich? There was a time I suppose people would have called me a madman. I drank too much, too early. I think that they would still call you that. I think they would still consider you a madman. Okay? Locked myself in a room for days, just making art, talking to it. I used to imagine it coming to life because I was that lonely. Huh. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but are you his artwork? No, that wouldn't make sense. His voice softens when he looks back at you. His eyes seem to shimmer in the sunlight. But I stopped being lonely the moment I met you. When we married, it felt like the sun had finally come out years after storm. He probably doesn't like storms. Gave my light, the moon to my endless night. Since then, I promised myself I'd be better. For you, for us. Ugh. Snack. Okay. Start something deeply in your chest. Han takes a calm sip of tea and lets out a quiet sigh.
Sorry if that felt heavy. I don't really like talking about the past. Unless it's a memory we share.
Well, I need some memories, buddy. It's alright, I appreciate you telling me. The story leaves in your chest like a warm ember. It makes you feel lighter somehow, closer to him. So what I know about Han so far, he's your husband, he's gentle and attentive, and a talented artist with a tragic backstory. You would pass that shape into him, into someone sincere and kind, all it makes you feel more at ease in his character. I do generally believe Han is a sincere person, I just don't think that he would be considered a kind or like good person. He definitely is sincere in his actions. I do generally think that he probably is in love with you too. Yanderes typically are, I just don't think the way he's going about it is like, of course, healthy or sane.
But we're not here just to talk about the past, are we? Your mind is still recovering. We should be doing things to relax it. Like this.
Okay. I'll drink some tea and eat some snacks. Crouches and plucks a small cluster of daisy flowers from the garden path.
Do you know how to make a flower hairpin?
No. Why would somebody with like memory issues know that? Maybe not.
Here.
Delicate fingers, he begins waving the petals and stem together like into a pin-like shape. Wow, that's beautiful. You really are crafty. You're generally impressed the way he shapes the tiny blossoms into something so graceful, feels effortless and natural.
Now, your turn.
No. I don't think so. You're still focusing intently as you try to move the way his fingers move. But your own flower pen ends up a bit uneven, a little lopsided and clumsy. I'm so sorry, this really isn't my forte. Instead of disappointment, Han beams at you.
It's perfect. Come on, put it in my hair.
Wow, he wants your shitty little pen. That's all he'll ever get. Just as his ear expectantly. No, it's ugly. It's not worthy of your beautiful hair.
Don't say that. I'm not worthy of any gift my beloved wife makes for me. Now come on, put it on.
You'll hesitate, reaching out toward his soft, silky hair with careful fingers, afraid to mess it up. As soon as the crooked flower pin brushes against him, Han's eyes lift to yours. You freeze. Then he speaks, voice quiet.
Can you touch me? with your hand?
No. Touch you with a stick. That makes you feel better. My pardon? Your hand still hovers in the air, suspended, but looking in his eyes, soft longing, almost desperate, pins you in place.
I really miss your touch.
It's sad. Mm-hmm. No. You slowly withdraw your hand. Your request feels sudden, even though just moments ago you felt the distance between you shrinking. I'm sorry. Anything involving touch, it just feels too soon, at least until your memories return. You'll just gaze.
I'm sorry for asking. That wasn't very gentlemanly of me. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Please, forgive me.
Yeah, I should have touched him with my feet. Would have made him feel better. Gets a small, apologetic bow. I don't know, it's alright, really. I'm just not ready yet. My memories...
Don't worry. I completely understand.
Do you? Offers you a gentle smile, though it's tinged with quiet sorrow.
Like I said, I have all the patience in the world. I'll wait as long as it takes for your memories to return.
Or you'll kill me before in the process, you know how it is.
And even if they don't, I'll do everything I can to make you fall in love with me again. No problem.
Sure. Thank you for your understanding. Of course, thank you for being here today with me. Just us talking like this makes me very happy and grateful. Too bad I must return to the studio now. He frowns. Free to wander the mansion, just be careful, your body is still weak. I'll bring you some medicine later. Alright. Hans puts his fade into the background. Finish your tea and decide to walk around the garden. Curious about the lotus pond, you step closer to its edge. So many lotuses left in the mansion after all. Vibrant pink bloom sways gently on the water, their colors growing under the sun. I'm walking the start until the sudden creek breaks the quiet. Across the pond, something stirs. Their eyes snap towards it, something small, blue and white, moving. A doll? What the hell? Scurries, jerky, almost unnatural, ducking behind the thick reeds before you can get a better look. Being secretly moved around the pond, trying to follow. Heart racing. Wait! By the time you reach the other side, it's gone. Nothing remains of that. The rustling of brushes where it's vanished. Is that his brother? Like, it looks similar to him. Is his brother your real husband? Just had to leave searching, but there's no trace, as if there was never anything there. Can't you look down at the hand? There's a smudge on your palm, dark, damp, almost like mud. No, it's not just mud, it's thick or grainy. Clay. Must have touched the ground at some point. Should you go wash it off or continue to walk around? I'll go to the bathroom. How unruly. I'm bothered getting all this dirt over me. These buckets of clean water are readily prepared in the corner of the bathroom. Han must have prepared this for me. After filling the tub, you take off your clothes and submerge into the water. Coolest envelops you, easing the summer heat and tension in your shoulders. You relax. Corner of your eye, you notice a shovel hanging on the wall. Why in the bathroom? Oops. Strange, why is there a shovel here? You shrug, who knows, it would be too much to have things super organized all the time. Okay. Like, that's definitely weird. What do you mean? Like, at least, like... Whatever. Start scrubbing the clay off your skin with a loofah made from a dried squash. No matter what you do, the clay does not disappear. The hell? Scrub harder, panicking. Get off me! Determined to scrub even harder until the loofah scratches you and then scrapes you. Blood starts to flow from your cut of the skin, but you don't feel pain at all. Feel your head heat up, panic rising in your throat. It's red blood liquors into the water, but some strange reason only makes you panic and scrub even harder. You need to get the dirt off your skin, and you know the tub is filled with blood. With red. Okay, bleed out ending. It's just like when you get a razor cut while you're shaving your legs. Jolt awake, grasping for air, the water around you is still clear. Seems you were daydreaming. Oh, okay. It didn't actually happen in reality. Blink rapidly, heart pounding, the clay on your skin gone. No dirt, no blood, no dirt, just your bare, clean skin. Is that a nightmare? Sigh deeply, pressing a hand to your chest, and steady your breath. Slowly you rise from the tub and reach for the towel. Fabric brushes softly against your skin as you dry yourself off, and your fingers will trembling from the lingering panic. As you move to grab your robe, something on the wall catches your attention. Beautifully painted scrolls line the tilled walls. They're silk fabric, smooth and rich white color, detailed scenes of mountains, gardens in bloom, birds in flight, and elegant deer. Step closer, eyes drawn to the bottom corners of the scroll. There, an elegant calligraphy is a name, your name. Again, it's my name. These paintings are beautiful, the calligraphy characters are neat and as if drawn by someone masterful. Are these made by me? Yes, they were made by you. You're putting on your clothes. You lethargically walk around your room. Thoughts about what you saw boggle your mind. If those paintings you saw were truly yours, you must have been a wonderful painter. Though that notion is something that deserves to be celebrated, you hate yourself for not remembering anything about your past, about the person you were. What if those memories will never come back? Would you forever lose the version of yourself from before the accident? As you enter the bedroom, a familiar figure has been waiting for you. Han, what are you doing here? I'm here to bring you your medicine. It's the bowl of medicine in his hand, and you cast a slow gaze toward the window where the sun rays wane into a glowy red sunset. I guess it's time already. Put me to sleep. Han slowly approaches you. How was your day? Did you have fun exploring? Fun, sure. Han drifts into earlier events of the strange day at least, and you become even more confused. What's wrong? You look unwell. Well, it's just, you really want to ask Han. I guess about the doll. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay. About the servant? About myself? Saying the artist Han, you blurt out, determined to learn about your past. And easily as passes Han's face. Oops. Why do you ask? The paintings on the wall, they're so beautiful. If I were the one who made them, I'd love to know that. See, yes, of course, you were a talented painter. Han smiles, I adored your art so much. Expect to no longer answer him, but that seems to be the end of his comment. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I thought I shouldn't overwhelm you with too much information, let your memory naturally recover to not cause you a headache. Right. Speaking of which, it's time to take your medicine. Brings the staring pulls, stems, blah 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 blah. Your headache will get worse if you don't drink before it cools. Glue your gaze to the medicine bowl. Though your mind is still bothered by Han's vague questions, still wanting more questions, you still have so many more questions, you still want to believe he's right. Dwelling too much in the past will cause nothing but stress and anxiety. Nod, accept a bowl of drink. Bitter liquid runs down your throat, easing the tension in your forehead. Han gently takes the bowl from you. You did a good job. He smiles. Why don't you get somewhere so we can spend more time together tomorrow? I have some work I need to take care of tonight. Okay. Use your room and enclose the blanket about your whole body. Mind runs wild with several questions and suspicious memories that don't align. Paintings that fill both yours and not yours. The ever-present bitterness of the medicine. Touching restlessly until you tangle and blur. Tugging at you with quiet whispers. Your mind, still tangled in doubt, finally exhausts itself and slips into a nice mellow sleep. The stillness of the night. A faint sound stirs you from your sleep, and your eyes blink open, adjusting to the darkness. The room groans as it slightly begins to open. Who's there? From the relay, you can make out a sliver of movement. Oh, it's the fucking doll. Shit. We're just gonna eat a little bit of this doll. Oh, I wonder if it was the, in quotations, mice I was breaking so earlier was really the doll. Okay, a small shadow casts across the wooden floor, stretching closer. Breath catches. It's a ceramic doll. Same one you saw in the garden. Try to push yourself up, heart thudding. The moment your eyes meet its hollow gaze, it begins to tremble. It broke. It blew up. Violent shudder. The doll splinters apart, splitting into hundreds of jagged clay fragments that scatter across the floor like broken teeth. Freeze, chest tighten, pulse racing. What should you do? To be honest, I kind of want to ignore it. Let's go back to sleep. It's fine. If it broke, it broke. You can't fix it. It's like my mind. Yeah. Like your heart thumbs with anxiety. You don't want to dwell on it any longer, right? Just force yourself to go to sleep. The sound will disappear, right? After a moment to convince yourself, you shut your eyes and pull the blanket over your head. Particularly the warmth and silence that follows rocks you to sleep. And drifting, sleeping.
Wake up. Look at me.
Why? Groan, having trouble following the voice.
You are a sleepyhead, aren't you?
Yeah. Little eepy girl. That's why you married me. Familiar yet unfamiliar voice echoes from somewhere nearby. Try to open your eyes, but you feel impossibly heavy. So a blurred curtain hangs over your vision. Han?
Han?
After a brief laugh, he lets out a bitter scoff.
Seems like he's got you wrapped around his finger, doesn't he?
Yeah, see, is it the brother that's your real husband? They have the same voice. Unless it's somebody shape-shifting to look like your husband. And snaps his fingers and your vision finally clears. BDSM Han. Standing before you is a man dressed in red, his eyes blindfolded with a strip of black fabric. Sarah's features, these are remarkably traces of Han in him, and yet something dangerous in his presence. His voice is deeper, huskier, stripped of Han's gentleness. Sounds better then. His frame is similar, yet rougher, more masculine, like a sharpened version of the man you know. Who are you? How did you get in here? Man doesn't want to answer. Though his eyes are hidden beneath the blindfold, you can feel his gaze locked onto you.
You're pretending to not know me now. How cruel.
Sure. He steps closer to where we start passing down on you, observing, and that makes your heart beat faster.
Shut up.
You do not really know who I am, huh?
Really know who I am, huh?
Do I know you? I mean, I think I hit my head and lost my memory.
Hit your head? Is that what Han says?
Dame Han rolls out the tongue sharp and dripping with sarcasm. Yeah, who are you to him and why do you two look alike?
Alike. I'm nothing like him. He's weaker, uglier. Though...
I mean, you guys look like saber faces of each other. Stop trying to run at you. Try to step back, but your body refuses to obey. Damn it, why can't I move?
Maybe I like you better this way. No memories. We can start fresh.
Tilts his head slightly.
Maybe this time, I can make you...
Suddenly grabs your hand and lifts it towards his face. The abrupt motion makes you gasp. Gasp. He presses your hand against the blindfold, covering his eyes, forcing you to feel his coarse fabric.
I'll make you pay for what you did to me.
Huh. He's down, his voice dropping to a whisper. The closeness makes your face burn.
You'll repay me with your body, your heart, your endurance, whatever I desire.
I just don't have to do anything you want. If tightens around your wrist, just enough to keep you there, as if he's afraid. He'll pull away, or if he wants you to remember exactly where he's letting you touch him. What is he talking about? Finger brushed against yours and a lingering, heated caress before he finally lets go.
If you want answers, find me in the secret area.
The studio?
This
Secret area.
is only a dream. One I created. I can't reach you in reality.
His voice lowers.
I can only meet you there. In that place. Remember, sometimes the area is locked. The only way to make sure you'll reach it is to get the key from Han. He always keeps it tucked into his belt.
Steps back, a slowly knowing smirk curving his
Goodbye.
lips.
Come to the area. You'll get your answers.
His voice soft and
And I'll
dangerous.
get what's mine.
Okay. Sure. That he dissolved in the darkness of his surroundings, twisting and warping into a violent swirl. Jolt upright, really just a dream, but it felt so real. Clench your head trying to remember who the man was, but nothing comes. The only thing that remains is the feeling familiar, unsettling, just like when you're with Han. Sense that you and the man must have been close. Questions swirl endlessly in your mind. What do they look like? Could be related to Han. What happened to his eyes? More importantly, the secret area. You desperate thirst for answers finally hardens into resolve. You need to reach the secret area no matter where it is. Search the house. I'll find it eventually, which means the key. You look quietly through the house, your footsteps light, your breath shallow. Han has to be somewhere. Room after room passes in silence until a faint glow catches your eye. The door to the studio is slightly ajar. Beside Han is slumped over his work table, fast asleep. Fast asleep, ceramic pieces surround him, bowls, figures, fragments, still damp with care. Okay, so he does do it. Clay stains his fingers, his breathing is slow, exhausted. He must have fallen asleep while working. Your gaze drops. There, hanging from his belt, the key. Your chest tightens. I really shouldn't. You hesitate, guilt flooding in, but the image of the man in red, the secret area, and the answer truth, it all presses down on you. Your hand trembles as you reach for the key, just one step closer. Han stirs. Siena? Your heart stops. Aye. He wakes fully now, eyes sharp as they lock into your hand at his belt. Once it's open, he grabs your wrist, grippingly tight.
What are you doing?
trying to like do stuff. I was just. No way, but his grip tightens, his expression darkens, hurt flashing before anger settles in.
Don't lie to me.
I just wanted answers, hon. Or you can say more, a sharp burning stench. It's there. Smell, one's eyes wide.
Oil!
What? Getting set on fire again? Suddenly something crashes through the doorway, a flaming object skidding across the floor. Fire blooms instantly, crawling hungrily across the clay dusted room. Huh? Door slams shut from the outside, locked. Flames surge higher, devouring paper, wood, and ceramic light. He presses them from all forms, wanting too close, shielding you instinctively as he throws himself at the door.
Open it!
Slams his shoulder against the wood again, but the fire spreads faster than you can fight it. Smoke chokes the air, just like Han choked me. I can't breathe.
Stay with me! Don't close your eyes!
I'm gonna close my eyes, look at. Vision blurs, the world burns, orange and white. Then, something slips beneath the door. You two are both a disgrace to this world, you must die. Okay. Piece of paper, curling at the edges of the lands between you, illuminated by fire. Scrawled across it, jagged, furious strokes. No. Han pulls you into his arms, holding you tightly as the flames roar closer. I'm sorry. Heat becomes unbearable, your thoughts scatter, your grips loosen.
Sorry.
Together, everything fades into white. Fire judged them long before the world did. Game over. Bound in ash, ending unlocked. Alrighty. That was probably my favorite ending so far. Added a lot of questions. I'm really curious on what the hell else this game has to offer. I'm certain that there's probably at least one or two more endings that's available in the demo edition. Perhaps more. I'm not really certain. But I'm pretty tired from all that reading, so I'll probably ending here. Really beautiful game though. I'm really interested in seeing where the other endings lead, who the other man is, who Han is, and perhaps even who the servant in you are, and what you all have to do with each other. I'm super excited to play the rest of this game, and I hope that you will consider adding to the Kickstarter so it'll reach its goal. The voice acting is phenomenal. We would love to have this fully voiced. So please click the link in the description or click in the chat here. Even just like a few dollars helps. Please support the Kickstarter for House of Petals and check out LittleSnakeStudio on Twitter as well. Thank you so much for joining me inside this lovely game. I hope to perhaps maybe stream more of it in the future upon full release or otherwise. If you would like to watch me play any more of the endings, even if it's something like 20-30 minutes longer, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a good rest of your morning, evening, or night. This has been House of Petals. Once again, please check out the Kickstarter. Thank you very much. Bye bye.